Whenever I do these ground hopping videos where I visit numerous grounds in a day, which is what we'll be doing in this video, so a huge hello and thank you for clicking on this vid, I like to see how the teams that I visit, especially when they're non-league like they are today, connect to either the wider community or the wider football community, and none do it more so than the first club that we're visiting here today, a team called Blackburn United. How many of you out there knew that there was a team in Scotland called Blackburn? And not only are they called Blackburn United, but their ground is called New Murrayfield Park, I believe. It does say around there, so we'll be going to have a look in a sec, but we're at Blackburn at New Murrayfield. You can get a good little vantage point from up here. There's some guys over there who look like they might be going inside, so I'm going to go and ask them if I can go inside. But yeah, today we're going to be visiting numerous different stadiums in the East of Scotland League, non-league level of Scotland. I absolutely love non-league football in Scotland. Hope you enjoy a few of these shots. Do remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. I hope you enjoy this video. So we are actually now in West Lothian, which is near to Livingston. We will be going towards Edinburgh a little bit later on, which is where the majority of the East of Scotland League teams are sort of based, is that sort of Edinburgh region. But look, let me just show you the badge really quickly. They've got a lovely looking badge, and if someone would like to explain to me where it comes from, that'd be fantastic. Look, the Blackburn United badge, 1978, and look, you can see there's like a little bridge and a stream running underneath. Is that a part of Blackburn? I'm sure it must be. And look, here we go. So Blackburn United Community C. I'm sure there's supposed to be an F there, unless it was just community club, but no, you can see there's supposed to be an F there. But New Murrayfield Park, there you go. Look, Blackburn playing at Murrayfield. I bet you weren't expecting to see that today. The East of Scotland League is the 6th tier of Scottish football, and I've done a lot of coverage of the West of Scotland League, which is the equivalent, but of course in the West of Scotland. I'm just going to have a little walk around here, see if we can have a look at the pitch. But yes, 6th tier of Scottish football. You don't get it so much in England, but in Scotland you do see a lot of clubs of this level using 3G pitches or plastic pitches. It takes a lot to maintain a grass pitch, and when there isn't a huge amount of money in the game like there isn't up in Scotland, they'll have a 3G pitch, but also it does mean that it can be used a lot more for the community as well. Look, we've even found a football here. It does look a little bit like a netball. There's a cool little terrace stand over there. There's one stand, and then here's like the little sort of turnstiles here, and then as you can see, a bit of a community pitch which will 100% be used for schools, other teams in the area, and of course the main club of this little region here, Blackburn United. It looks all completely locked. The guys that I thought were turning up to play here are actually just playing on a little kind of grass pitch which is over there, a little public pitch. But yeah, time to move on to ground number 2 as we leave New Murrayfield Park here. Looks like an absolutely lovely stadium. I'll see you at the next ground very shortly. Hearts fans, this next stadium that I'm at just now, which I'm about to take you around, is going to be a big one for you guys, so make sure you stick around. But here's a challenge to all the people who support quote-unquote bigger teams in Scotland. Whenever I come to, say, an Auchinleck Talbot, for instance, a non-league team, sort of the kind of level that I'm seeing teams of today, a lot of like the fans will support Celtic or Rangers on the whole, plus like a non-league team. And when they're not at Celtic or Rangers, or Celtic and Rangers are playing at bloody, I don't know, Ross County or something, they'll go and watch like Auchinleck, or they'll go and watch a non-league team or something. So to any Hearts or Hibs fans, of course I'm in Edinburgh just now for this club here, here's a challenge to you. Like, next time you can't go to a Hibs or Hearts game for just because they're away or whatever, then why not come and support a non-league team like the ones that I'm seeing today, specifically Hearts fans, this one here. A massive thank you to Fanbase for sponsoring this video as well. They sell tickets for a whole host of non-league clubs, especially in the East of Scotland is one of their biggest areas where they cover a whole range of clubs. And I've been to see football matches at loads of Fanbase clubs, from Elgin up in the north and Spartans in Edinburgh, who are in the Lowland League, to East of Scotland League teams like Linlithgow Rose at Musselburgh, and many, many others from Kelty Hearts and Stenhousemuir and even more. Fanbase have made scanning improvements, making it even quicker for fans to access stadiums. They're digitalizing hospitality. There's push notifications within the app. There is an opportunity for you to either print your tickets at home or store them digitally. There are developments and improvements being made for disabled fans. There is lots of ways for you to engage with your clubs within the app. It won't just be a ticketing app going forward. There'll be more of like a content hub for you and the clubs that you support. But yeah, let's go and check out this next club. Like I say, Hearts fans, this is a big one for you. You'll see from some of the markings on the pitch and the posts there that obviously this is used for rugby as well as football. Right, and I've never seen such a vast contrast in two sides of a stadium before. Look at this modern stand here, which kind of looks a little bit like a stand you might see at Bolton, only smaller. That's kind of what it reminds me of in the colour and sort of in the shape. But then you look over there and look at that. That is just one whole little terracing section over there, which I might see if I can go over there in a bit. But yeah, I've never seen such a stark difference in stands right opposite each other. I love to see it. But this team that I'm in here just now, well, the football team that plays here anyway, I'm sure it's used for a lot of different things. That says Boroughmuir Rugby Club up there, so it's obviously used for rugby, like I said earlier, with the markings of the pitch and the posts and stuff. But the club that plays here, Hearts fans, are called Tynecastle FC. I'm sure there's some Hearts fans that knew, but how many of you knew that there was a football club named in the same name as your stadium? That'd be like having Anfield FC or Goodison FC or Ibrox FC, but here it is Tynecastle FC. So regular viewers will know how much I love to film these videos where I just visit random stadiums in a day that I've never been to before, and a 50% success rate so far. We didn't get in at the first one, but we did at the second. And this second club here, Tynecastle FC, I believe they've played at a few different grounds, but look, there's even more sports stuff around there. But yeah, this club, I believe they have played at numerous stadiums in the past until they sort of came here now, but they have had some massive names play for them. They haven't always just been called Tynecastle FC. I think at first they were called Tynecastle Boys Club. Yeah, that's correct, Tynecastle Boys Club they were called back in the day, and they have had, like I say, some massive names play here even just for a few years during their youth career. Graham Souness, Darren Fletcher and Craig Gordon have all been a part of this club at some point early in their careers. And let me just read this out. So, on the 13th of November 2007, the club received a windfall of £114,000 after former player and Scotland goalkeeper Craig Gordon was transferred from Hearts to Sunderland for £9 million. Chairman Douglas Dalglish said, "We thought that if a player was over 33, we wouldn't be entitled to any money, so it was a shock to receive this news." He added, "We've always lived from year to year and month to month, but now we have funding like this, but now we have funding like we've never had before." Gordon said of the news, "I'm sure it will keep them going for years to come, and hopefully it will nurture a few boys through to play in the SPFL." So yeah, this club have really benefited from having massive names here. Not only has Souness, Fletcher and Gordon actually been a part of the club, but Craig Gordon's massive transfer from Hearts to Sunderland for £9 million really helped this club out. They received over £100,000 due to that deal. And look, here we are now on the terraced section here. Saw over there's like a little seat for an analyst of the Scottish Rugby Union or whatever, but here is where I want to be, in the terraced stand of a cold stadium. Look at that, you got like the kind of hills and mountains of Edinburgh over there. I love coming to film in Edinburgh, it's always so exciting to me. It's a lovely city, and yeah, really cool ground. Look at this, we're in like an older kind of terrace part here, but then boom, you've got the Bolton looking stand over there. Gavin, we've just bumped into each other. You are the groundsman here at the stadium. So obviously it's used for rugby and football. How hard do you find it kind of going between the two?
Well, it's in the winter it can be quite challenging, depending on what the weather's like. but on whole, it's not been too bad this year.
Yeah, it looks really nice just now. The park looks absolutely excellent. It's actually been quite a nice start to the year weather-wise, I suppose. But
Yeah.
what's like the biggest challenge? Is it ever like, is the rugby, does that ruin the surface more? And then you've got the football team wanting to play on a nice surface to try and pass the ball about, like?
Well, they do carve it up a bit.
Right, and they actually have American football here as well, which they were just telling me. But look, we're not here for American football or rugby. Look, we're here for Tynecastle FC. And as you can see from their badge, which is also up there, but I'll just show you here, look, it's within this shield. 1928 is when they were formed, but they were called the Boys Club, of course, and it does say Tynecastle Football Club, and that is supposed to say Edinburgh, as you can see on there, but it's just a little bit small on here. But they have the castle, which I guess will be like a nod to Edinburgh Castle, and then the T of Tynecastle, and it's all within the same colour scheme as Hearts as well. And there is loads of maroon stuff around Edinburgh in regards to Heart of Midlothian. I've done a video on it before. I think even the buses are the colour of the team, as well as loads of other things as well. But yeah, just look at that. Tynecastle FC, Hearts fans, if you're ever knocking about this area and they're playing, you've got to come and see them play. Oh really? Good mate, how are you? Are you a Whitehill Welfare fan, or? Have you ever been here to see them play?
I watched them play Celtic here, mate, in a charity game, and one of my mates, my brother's mate, scored.
Right, and I just got stopped there from a guy called Brendan who'd been watching the video, so massive thank you to him. It was great to chat. But as you can see here, Whitehill Welfare. Just look at this badge. Look, that looks like some sort of mill kind of thing there. RMW, or yeah, MWR, something to do with Whitehill maybe. God, I'm not sure what that means. I'm sure you guys can let me know in the comment section below. And then look, there's like some kind of little well there as well around a rose. But look, what a cool badge. And what a unique name as well, Whitehill Welfare. That's what I love about Scottish football. You've got teams like Whitehill Welfare, Loco, Inverurie Loco Works, Bonnyrigg Rose. Actually not far away from here. I need to do a video there still. But yeah, all the different names that you got in Scottish football. Caledonian Braves. There's some amazing names in Scottish football. But look, as you can see, sadly, I won't be getting into Ferguson Park right now. Eastside Rapids. Who are these? After a quick Google search, they are a youth football team based here in Midlothian. But this looks like an absolutely incredible ground. Proper one that I like. The other two that we've seen today were kind of modern, weren't they? And kind of newer looking, but this one, I mean, it's got a grass pitch, it's got like old stands, it's been here for a long time, and it's right in and around the houses of where the people who support this club would come from. They were actually formed in the 1950s, but joined the East of Scotland League in 1979, but they were originally set up as a juvenile football club, so I think mainly just for youth competitions. But yeah, they eventually joined the East of Scotland League, which is what they play in now. And they are actually the most successful team in terms of league titles in the East of Scotland League, 16 to be precise, which is quite incredible really. And they were actually founding members of the Lowland League in 2013, the new pyramid system, the Lowland League, which can get you into League 2, but they actually got relegated. As I've told you, they're in the East of Scotland League now, so they've been East of Scotland League, they had won 16 league titles in their history, then they went up to the Lowland League in 2013, but now they are back in the East of Scotland League. They must be ambitious. I'd love to see them be getting up through the divisions and getting back to the Lowland League, etc., like their local, I guess, rivals Bonnyrigg are right now. But yeah, what an amazing looking club here at Ferguson Park. Could anyone please explain to me what this and this is all about here? And anyone from Whitehill Welfare watching, I'll have to come back for a game, because this stadium looks incredible, and I'm sure that these are areas of the town or the village or whatever that I'm able to visit one day. That would be incredible. And as you can see from this bus stop, we have made it from West Lothian to East Lothian. And I have seen something as I was driving along, and when I see interesting things when I'm driving along, I need to show you guys. These stone geezers here are obviously shoveling coal or something, but yeah, the next team we're about to see are called Preston Athletic. And look, the town of Preston Pans, see, it's not called Preston, you'd imagine it would just be called Preston. Preston Pans is justifiably proud of its industrial heritage. Throughout its 1,000-year-long history, it has been the home of many industries such as brickworks, glassworks, pipeworks, salt panning, which is, I guess, where it gets the name, pottery and oyster farming. The largest of all the industries in Preston Pans, however, was the coal mining, a dirty, back-breaking job with danger ever present. There are some of the old workers and what it would have been like. It just does say here that despite the fact that it put a roof over people's heads and they got paid for the jobs, the true cost to the town was often paid with the lives of the workers. But yeah, really interesting to hear about the salt panning, which must be why it's called it's called Preston Pans or whatever. But yeah, look, this memorial here has been here, and I think this was actually the site of one of the openings to one of the pits. That's what it said on there, on the thing. But look, here is one of the workers. Look, he actually looks really sad. It must have been a brutal life. I don't know if they put much thinking into the faces of the men on here, but look, it's kind of fitting in a way that there's sort of no expression on his face. It must have been an awfully tough life here, working as a miner, which shut down, it also said in that sign, in the 1980s. So they haven't had the mining industry here anymore, and like a lot of towns I see, especially in Ayrshire, obviously not in Ayrshire right now, but there's loads of mining towns in Ayrshire that are now shut down, and it was only through football that they had something to sort of live for in a way. These towns, which were hustling, bustling, booming mining towns at one point, became sort of deserted and forgotten about, and it was through the football that people had something to live for. And it's getting incredibly cold and windy just now, so bear with me, and I'll see you down at the next stadium in just a second. I'm now looking for Preston Athletics ground, which I think is right there, but look at this, there's a rugby pitch right next to it, and this little like path that goes in between, and right through there is the water, the coast over there. Absolutely beautiful area of Scotland, this. But yeah, the cultural significance of this team, they are called the Panners. Of course, we have Preston Pans, and there used to be a big salt panning industry here, and they are known as the Panners. What a nickname that is. I mean, there are nicknames up and down the land. You got Rovers and the Reds and the Blues or whatever, but there can't be many that are called the Panners. Yes, mate. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, how's it going, man? You okay? Yeah, nice to meet you, mate. How's it going? Do you know anything about Preston?
I'm on the committee.
And what was your name, sorry?
Aidan.
Aidan, and you're on the committee here at at Preston Athletic.
Yeah.
So what does that involve for you personally then?
So on a Saturday morning, we just come earlier, obviously, than the players.
Yep.
To set up the goals.
Yep.
Get up the corner flags.
And you're East of Scotland League at the moment.
Yep.
How's the season been going for you guys?
It's been going really well. We've only lost the one game.
Wow.
We're second just now, and we've got 3 or 4 games in hand on first.
Amazing. So is the ambition for the club to try and get into the Lowland League and then maybe one day the SPFL?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah,
and
we'd love to get there.
I actually read online that you'd applied to be in the SPFL years before, but Annan actually took the place.
Yeah.
So the ambitions are there for this club to reach the leagues.
Oh, he's locked the door.
Oh, okay. No worries, mate. I'll have to come back anyway. Unfortunately, a success rate of just 25% on the 4 stadiums that I'm visiting in this video. But yeah, as I was just like kind of trying to get out of Aidan just then, and he actually did mention it and confirm it, that here, look, the club applied unsuccessfully to join the Scottish Football League in 2000 and 2002. In 2008, Preston Athletic were one of 5 clubs to prepare an application for entry into the Scottish Football League following Gretna relinquishing their league status. However, they were again unsuccessful after losing out to Annan Athletic. And I've mentioned this a lot, and I actually mentioned how Whitehill Welfare were one of the founding members of the Lowland League in 2013. Before then, there was no promotion and relegation from the league system, and you had to bid your way in, of which this team here tried to bid their way into the SPFL, and it was Annan who took their place. And Annan are playing Rangers in the next round of the Scottish Cup, so it could have actually been Preston if they'd have been accepted all those years ago, but no, it was Annan who actually came into it. And at the end of the 2016-17 season, Preston Athletic were relegated to the East of Scotland League, which they're in now, having spent 4 seasons in the Lowland League. So we've seen Preston and Whitehill Welfare, 2 really quite big and successful clubs in the East of Scotland League, have been in the Lowland League before, but are both now dropped out of it and are in the East of Scotland League. And what Fanbase, today's sponsor of the video, are doing for these clubs is tremendous. Like, it'd be so hard for these clubs to set up like digitalized tickets for their stadiums and stuff like that, but Fanbase and their technology are really helping these clubs, and I would implore you to come and watch football at these places because it's absolutely beautiful here. Look, the water's through there, you got this rugby pitch here, and then the football pitch is just over there. It's a lovely place to come and watch some football, and I've had better experiences coming to watch games at this level than I have in like the Premier League this season. If you're really into football, then please just download Fanbase and come and watch some non-league football. It doesn't just help out my channel when people do that, but it also really helps out these clubs as well who need fans to come and support them. A massive thank you for watching this video. If you could remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, that would be amazing. I'll leave some videos on screen. Please do click on one to carry on watching. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.